Good evening, witches. I am doing another House of Rituals opening. I know that this one's a little bit late. I have been out of town and super busy when I got back. My mom and I were in Michigan cleaning out my grandmother's house of 60 years. There's actually a post on the blog about some of the amazing treasures that I found while I was there, along with some of the folk magic that my grandmother used. And if you'd like to check that out, there is a link in the section below. So this is June's box, and again, I know I'm a little late. Now, May's covered the goddess, and I know that June is going to cover the god, since we had Litha, or the summer solstice, or midsummer solstice. Last month, they put the box around that. So again, House of Rituals says it right there. Another gorgeous box. I'm glad that they continue to produce these really great boxes. And upon opening, again, we have, I don't know how much you can see, but we have another sheet talking about what is going on. And here is Charlie. Say hi, Charlie. This is Charles Dickens, my new kitten, and he likes to participate in everything right now, don't you? Do you see yourself on there? Yes, you do. Mwah. So he's probably going to be in and out of this, helping me with this unveiling or unboxing. So the very first sheet here, very different from our goddess one, because it's much more masculine in nature. So here is the ritual itself. Now, if you recall the one from last month, it had flowers all over. It was really pretty. This is still beautiful, but lots of golds to represent our masculine sun god, and a much more masculine design on this. So it says, June's House of Ritual box celebrates the sacred masculine by embracing the sun and moon as they dance in the shadows of their shared fire. This month, June, we encourage you to honor the masculine by working with the god of your choice. If you do not already communicate with the deity, use the Book of Gods to find a guide who calls you. We honor our masculine essence by celebrating movement, action, courage, and protective spirit that is present in every human. That's great. I did the goddess ritual from the last box, and I chose Gaia. And if you know me, again, I don't really believe in them as actual beings, more of as archetypes, but I picked Gaia as my goddess because I have a brand new garden that I've put through the yard, and I celebrate our Mother Earth and thought that she would be a really good goddess for me to follow. So I'm excited to pick out a god that will kind of go along with her and do this ritual. This sheet, again, very masculine in nature, uses those golds, tells us a little bit about what is in this box. And it says we have our Book of Gods, which highlights 50 of their favorite gods. Last time we had the Book of Goddesses, which had 50 goddesses that they liked. There is a sun catcher kit. That sounds interesting. That is to draw down the sun and includes a willow wreath. Oh, I'm excited about that. If you know me, willow, my favorite tree is the willow, duh. There's some shells, ribbons, and a crystal prism, so you can personalize your wreath. There's flower essence, which contains, what does it say? Rose petals for feminine, and masculine is calendula blossoms. Okay, so some of that. And then we have strawberry quartz or serpentine. So I'm excited to see which one I got. I really hope I got some serpentine, because if I'm honest with you, I have enough freaking quartz. Don't we all? Like, that's mostly what I have. So underneath all that is our Book of Gods. So, ooh, this is much nicer quality than our last book. So it starts with Achilles. Achilles heel, okay. Here is a picture of Ganesh. Ganesh is probably one of my favorite archetype god figures, because he's the remover of obstacles. And I think the reason why I connect with him so much is because when I was a teenager, I read a book called, where is it? The Book of something. I can't remember. But one of the gods represented in the book said, "Child, I may not be your god, but I am your stepmother's god, and she has asked me to clear the way for you." And that really spoke to me, that it doesn't matter what religion you follow. If you ask them for help, they will come and aid you. And I thought that was really great. It also has the green man in here, which I adore too. And looks like we got some more pictures in here. Great. This one, again, is much more masculine. Those golds and reds. Okay, there's our Mercury. Here's Odin, which I'm sure a lot of you like if you follow the Norse traditions. My family's actually from Sweden, and we have, my dad especially, which is kind of surprising, has a large percentage of Viking blood. My mom's family is actually the one that came over here on a boat from Sweden not too long ago, and she only had a little bit of Viking blood, so it was kind of interesting to see that my dad had so much. So we have some more pictures here, and it ends with Zeus. And then on the back we have the beautiful sun as our representative masculine. Now, unfortunately, again, we got bubble wrap. They had used some greener materials in the past, but that's okay. I understand there must be something breakable in this box. So let's open it up, and here's what we got. I don't want to tip it too much because I don't want to dump everything out, but this must be our willow wreath to make our sun catcher. All right, and let's see what else is in here. So first things first, I'm assuming, because I can hear some shells, that this is probably the rest of the material to make our sun catcher. So let's open this on up. I love that they use these little bags. I think they're great, and they're easy to reuse in case you want to make any sachets or spell bags or whatever. So let's see what we got here. I can hear the shells if I can get them out. Maybe. Yep, okay. And looks like they are threaded so that you can, there's a whole bunch of them. All right, so that you can thread those through. I'm going to set those over there with the wreath. There's some ribbon, orange, very masculine, to thread everything through. And oh, a little roll of thread, twine, needle and thread type thing, and there's another shell in there so you can hook everything up, and that looks like it's it. And I got all this stuff all over my beautiful dress here. Then, all right. That's pretty cool. So that's to make the sun catcher, and they said on here that you could make it your own by incorporating some flowers and other masculine symbols into it instead of just the ribbon and shells on the willow wreath, which I think is great. Next is another little bag, and it looks like we got some serpentine. Oh my gosh, this stuff is like all over his computer. I film these videos on my boyfriend's computer because for some reason my computer doesn't like to make videos for you guys. I don't know why. I edit them on my computer, but I can't get them to record fully in a format that YouTube will accept, and Adobe. Let's see. Well, it says serpentine. If I can get the darn thing out. It's rough. It's not, this is not a polished stone like some of the ones I've gotten previously, which explains why I'm having a hard time getting it out, because it's catching. All right, so there we go. An unpolished, a rough form of serpentine. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed. This is much prettier when they're polished or tumbled because you can see a lot of the green, but still a really powerful crystal to work with. What else do we got here? Something. More stuff coming out. Great. Oh, these are... Oh, so there looks like it's packed in some herbs, which is what it looks like. It's chamomile. All right, so this is what has been coming out all over the bag because this apparently leaked inside of the box, but there is... Let me drop that for you. There is a crystal which has a tiny hole at the top. I don't know if you can really see it, but this apparently is going to go with our wreath. This is our crystal prism, I'm assuming. So that would go right there. And then, like before, this time we have a bag. This one is a zipper bag. Look at this. That's nice. You can use it as a coin purse. All right, we have the golden sun on here. Again, this looks like it was ironed on, like it's HTV, or heat transfer vinyl. All right, and on the back it says Tamed Wild, Magic, and Alchemy. That's something new. This is really, really pretty too. I like this because you can store things easily in it, and if you don't want to use it to store your magical supplies, you can use it to store stuff in your purse if you want to carry around some makeup or whatever you want to do with it. So that's great. And last but not least, I have a bottle here. Sorry, look at this. It's just covered in that stuff. So I'm going to leave it over here and gently pull it out. This is our flower essence. It says Solstice Flowers. Now I'm going to see what they consider solstice flowers. I know that I read that there was calendula and rose petals, which you can see in here. Okay, the yellow and the rose. And it doesn't look like there's anything else in here. But it says that you can add additional flowers. There is a sun on here in gold to represent our masculine energy, and it says to fill this with water and let it sit for at least 3 hours to create the flower essence. So to review everything that we got in this box, not nearly as large or as many items as the last box, but still wonderful. We got our directions and a sheet of why or what each of the items is and why they're included. We got our 50 books, or our book on the 50 different gods that they like. We got our rough piece of serpentine. We got our little sun pouch, a zipper pouch, and we got everything to make the wreath, which I'm not going to pick everything up again, but essentially we got some shells, some ribbon, the willow wreath, and that crystal prism, which was in with chamomile, which leaked everywhere, and then finally our flower essence. So overall, a great box. I love everything that you do. If you would like to subscribe to this box, you can find them on Cratejoy. I've included a link below. Don't worry, it's not an affiliate link, so I don't get anything if you join. Okay, but you do. You get the, I think they have a sale right now, so you can get this cheap. And yeah, if you would like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe below. And you can follow me on my hedge witch journey on flyingthehedge.com. Again, I'm Willow from Flying the Hedge, and I'll see you guys later.